You already know what's going on here and what's going on here. We getting bigger and bigger, better and better. And we shitting turds, I mean bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Listen, Lions, I want to tell y'all something. The message for the day, I may start a message for the day series, I don't know. But the message for today is do what's best for you. Okay? Always do what's best for you. When I tell you, listen, this is imperative, okay? And if you don't know what imperative means very important. It's essential that you do this in order for your best bet or for your best whatever may have you, okay? So anytime I say something, it's because of the simple fact of what I have lived through or what I am living through or what I have went through. Okay, so the best thing that you can always do as a person, Jacoby, I'm so glad to hear from you. How are you? I'm so glad to hear from you. I've been asking about you. So the best thing that you can do is always do what's best for you, okay? It doesn't matter who doesn't get it, who doesn't understand it, who's gonna judge you, anything like that, okay? Listen, y'all. Y'all be surprised how many people every day in my life sit back and judge me just every day because they feel like, oh, I'm looking, however I'm looking. Because it's like, this is the thing, like one thing about me is that I don't have pride, okay? I look good, I feel good, but I still am around people who don't necessarily, I'm not gonna say they don't look good, but like I still be around, nothing is happening. I'm just speaking on something right now. So I'll still be around people who I guess, crackheads, junkies. Not saying I'm around them, but like I come from the hood. I'm used to being around people like that. I'm used to seeing stuff like that. But I don't judge people. You know what I mean? So in life, the best thing for you to do is just do what's best for you. It doesn't matter who doesn't understand it, who doesn't get it, especially if you know who you are. If you know that you're meant for something big, it doesn't matter who doesn't get you. It doesn't matter how many people sit back and wonder what you have going on. Why is he over there? Why is he here? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? None of that shit matters. If people don't understand you, it doesn't matter for real. Like it doesn't matter. One of the most biggest and one of the most best things a person can do in this life is be themselves. You're never gonna see me try to fit in with anybody else. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been different, and I'm gonna always be myself. You know what I mean? I'm just a 24, 25-year-old version of who I always was, and that's a person who is tenacious, a person who does not play about my goals. Okay, I don't play about my goals. And neither should you. It's just that simple. Sometimes you have to listen. You know how in the movie, sometimes you see in the movie the people, they always like throw themselves out there. You never know what they're gonna do. You never know how life works. I do that sometimes. As a matter of fact, I've done it a lot of times in my life, and every time I've stepped out on faith, because that's really what it is. Every time I've stepped out on faith, I've always ended up in the front of the race. Every time. So to like my family, they're like, oh, Mason, why would you do this? Or people like, Mason, why would you do this? Or why is he seen over here? Why is he doing this? Every time I always know what I'm doing. Sometimes you have to take some steps back in order to go forward. But people are so caught up in the facade of everything. I don't know what everything is, but for me, I don't even dwell in all of that. I've taken steps backwards so I can take steps forwards. Well, let me say it like this, because in my eyes, I've never taken a step backwards, but if you let people tell it from them watching my story, I'm taking 7 steps backwards. But the thing about life is that it's an individual journey, and nobody can ever come in my life, or I would hope in your life, and shake you up or make you feel like you aren't doing what's best for you, because that's essentially what it is. Because what I have within me, it's inspiring. So when I say stuff like, I hope you wouldn't let somebody come shake up your life, that's because I wouldn't, and I know I'm going far. I'm a big deal. So I'm a big deal. I'm a very big deal, humbly, respectfully. But the point of the matter is always doing what's best for you. Always doing what's best for you. And the main key point is it doesn't matter who doesn't understand it, literally. Like, that's the biggest thing. I've lived my life so caught up and so worried about who care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to always do what's best for me, And I think because as a human or as whatever it may be, have you for real, people they try to put you in boxes. When they see you out and about, they try to put you in boxes. Like me, for instance, I'm from the hood, but because of how I look, people they would assume oh, maybe he's I've had people tell me that they thought I was like a sex worker or escort, but people will try to put you in boxes when they don't know you. That's the point. And sometimes you have to put yourself in an environment where people are gonna judge you, okay? But it doesn't matter, especially if you know what you have coming up. If you know okay, I'm working, I've done this, I've done that, I'm in a great position. The thing with people is that people stay inside their comfort zones, and me, I just can't do it. I look back on some situations in life and I'm like, or not me, because I don't do it like I just said, but I look back at some people, like old friends or whatever may have you, and I'm like, how are you still dealing with the same thing that you were dealing with 5 years ago? It's like, it's no way possible. I personally couldn't do it. My goal in life is to always elevate. Every day I wake up is a day for me to become more self-autonomous, like literally, like it's no lie. And if you aren't serious about yourself, if you aren't serious about your life, you're gonna get swallowed up. You're gonna be 40 and miserable as hell. You're gonna be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't take the goal, you didn't take the time to do what's best for you in your life. You sat around and you waited. You waited for somebody else to come pick you up. You can never wait for anybody to come pick you up. And I'm not speaking directly to you. I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. You know what I mean? I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you. You cannot wait for somebody to come pick you up. One thing that you have to be a little passionate about your life. You have to come off a little cutthroat. You have to let people know, because one thing about something that I've learned, a lot of the people that have tried to humble me, y'all, have been people who I was quite frankly in a better position than, but because I played it so humble, and because I play it humble, they thought they had the ups on me. You know what I mean? They thought they had one up on me, and it's all actuality. It's like, no, hell no. I'm like, no. No. I'm doing what's best for me. You know what I mean? And I'm just ready to get out of the, not I'm ready, but when it comes to me, let me say it like this. I don't care how it's perceived. I don't care what anything like that. I just know I'm doing what's best for me. I'm listening to my inner compass. You know what I mean? I'm listening to my gut. You know what I mean? And I think that's just imperative. Like I said earlier on the live, if you don't know what imperative means, it means it's essential. Like, I don't know how many of y'all are in college or in school, but just to break it down for you, it's imperative that you take this test in order for you to graduate, type ordeal. Or it's imperative that you take the drug test in order for you to get the job, type of thing. You know, just to break it down for you. But it's imperative that you do what's best for you in life, because you don't want to be 55, swallowed up, conditioned just like your environment around you. You know, I come from a place where there's drugs, drug addicts, junkies, welfare, every type of thing like that, you know, but I chose to be better. I'm choosing to be better. If you let the people tell you I'm supposed to be a thug, I'm supposed to be a plug, you know, selling cocaine, you know, doing it big, doing it like this, if you let the people tell it based off societal standards, the point of the matter is that you never always do what's best for you. If that's one thing I can tell people, like, just do what's best for you, literally. And sometimes doing what's best for you is literally don't listen. Never do anything without having a plan. Now, I'm not telling you just to jump into it willy-nilly. What I'm telling you is that sometime when you jump into things willy-nilly because you have not sought the approval of those around you, whether it be your mother, your brother, whoever it may be for you, you'll think like, maybe I shouldn't do this. No, do it. Do it. Literally, do it. I'm telling you, do it. Do it. Because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck. For real. You're gonna be stuck. And it's like, time is gonna show everybody who was on the live, Mason Jyree was always right. I was always right. I'm really ahead of my time. You know what I mean? Because I see beyond what's in front of me, for real. And I know that my life is up to me. Like, it's up to me to succeed. Like, and it's not in like the corny cliche corporate America where I gotta work my ass off to the top and all that. It's about me being in position for great things to come to me, because that's what I'm meant for. And so many people don't think they're meant for great things just because of where they come from, whether they're around, like in my case, I was around, you know, drug addicts and stuff like that. See, if I would have let life tell me I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta be bigger than who you are. You're big. You're a big deal. You know what I mean? You're a very big deal. And that's just very, very important. And, you know, I think like a lot of times in life, not a lot of times, but sometimes in life, I have really thrown myself out there. You know, I've moved certain places and I've done certain things. You know, guaranteed I was young. You know, I'm still young. I'm only 24. You know what I mean? This lady just told me in the store, she said, "Oh, I thought you were 18. No, ma'am. 18? Come on, ma'am. Don't do that." But you know, like, the point of the matter is that you have to, like, really, y'all, for real, because I want everybody to succeed. I'm tired of seeing people stuck. That's one of the biggest things for me. Like, I'm tired of seeing people stuck. And like, one thing I had to realize for me is that I think maybe it's like a human nature thing or whatever it may be. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. But I just know that sometimes we make ourselves feel more stuck than what we are. But one thing about it is, like, if you it's corny and cliche, but if there's a will, there's a way. Sometimes, you have to revolt against like what is put on you. Sometimes you have to say, like, y'all, like, I don't know, so many people have tried to stop me, for real. Like, family members have tried to tell me I'm not gonna be shit. I got, you know, like, I'm never gonna amount to anything, you know. So I've always had to, like, break down that barriers, like, I'm gonna do it, and I've always done it, you know what I mean? But it's like, it gets to a certain point where it's like, okay, now that I'm doing it, I want to tell other people to do it too. Break down those barriers. I'm pretty sure people are hearing people every day. You know, I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only kid who's my mama told me, you know, like, my dreams weren't possible and stuff like that. But it's like, I'm a living witness that they are. You just have to be like, cutthroat about what you want. Like, sometimes the people who are in in opposition with me, they will try to paint me as like, you know, aggressive. But no, you have to be aggressive. You have to be, don't play with me. This is my life. These are my goals. And nobody's coming in here and doing anything that I don't want them to do, you know, because I'm serious about my life. And there's nothing wrong with being, and listen, when I say serious, not the corporate America stereotypical way that, you know, serious about your life and what it means for you. You can always be bigger than who you are. It's so many people every day, like when I'm just living my everyday life, people like try to size me up, you know, like, or just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's just, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna continue to be myself, continue to just be myself, continue to do what I'm doing. And it's like, yeah, I'm just very appreciative. I'm very grateful. But I want to let y'all know that the message of the day is to never, ever bow down. Never let people conquer you. Never let people tell you this is how you got to do it. Because and if you don't do it this way, you're not gonna succeed. Because that's a damn lie. Because if the people who told you that would be able to succeed, they will be in a position for them to literally help you, but they aren't. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Do what's best for you. And while you're doing what's best for you, don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks around you. Because that's what's gonna keep you like head first. I love you, Lions. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna be doing an apartment reveal on my apartment very, very soon. Today was a little bit turbulent, I'm not gonna lie, but we're making it through. With spirit, everything like that, we're doing good. I just wanna ask y'all, you know, to remain true to yourself, okay? Remain true to yourself. Remember to love yourself. It's so many times in life where people will try to make you feel bad for you loving yourself or your quirks or your differences or you just being beautifully you. Just being yourself. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them, and I mean it. I love you, Lions. It's your boy, Mason Jyree, and if you're new to the Lions Den, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new, then you already know what's going on here. And I'll see you guys later. Oh my gosh. I'm Ready comes out in 28 days. So, you know I'm ready. I'm shooting a music video next month. I didn't really come on here to talk about all that, but I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everybody on Instagram. Thank y'all. That's all I got to say. Thank y'all. And I'll